Like who?
I don't want to say the names, but
Just say yes or no. Haney?
yes.
Shakur?
Yeah.
That's another one. I feel like that could be a fight, like if it ever were to happen, similar to this Ryan fight, where it would be a spectacle, would sell a lot of pay-per-view, people would come out to watch it.
It'd be a little different though.
Why you say that?
I'm thinking of like boxing.
Mm.
I'm not thinking like.
Oh, like in terms of fighting.
Yeah.
Why? You think Shakur is better?
No, I'm just saying like not even Shakur. I'm just saying like them as a whole. Like it'd be different. Like fighting them, it'd be more so like coming to get them.
Mm. You would approach it differently.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would pick Shakur just because our differences. I'm telling you as a fighter.
Yeah.
I will pick Shakur because I don't believe Tank will be able to land those big shots on Shakur like he does everybody else.
Right.
Shakur defense is just too tight. And not only Shakur, Keyshawn either.
Oh, you don't think Key either? Even right now, I feel like it's a little Key nice though, but it might be a little early for Key right now.
Listen, Tank get hits a lot. Tank, in my eyes, Tank is always losing until he's not.
If two fighters say, let's fight, I think the business of boxing should get in the way. Like, I think the fighters should be able to get in the ring with each other and fight each other. So that's how I feel. Like, just like even with this guy, my guy, Stephen Espinoza, he works with Tank. If Tank said, yo, let's fight, and I said, let's fight, it should be just, let's fight, and we should make it happen. It shouldn't be nothing.
Gervonta Davis has finally addressed the increasing speculation surrounding a potential showdown with Shakur Stevenson, delivering a direct response to both supporters and critics. While Davis openly acknowledges Stevenson as a skilled and accomplished champion, he views the matchup as nothing more than two elite fighters attempting to prove who is truly the superior boxer in today's landscape.
Davis with me right now, one of the best fighters on the planet Earth. Tank, good to see you. Why this fight, Lamont Roach? What has he done to deserve to be in the ring against you?
He's a world champion himself. He's coming up and wait to dare to be great. So we fought before, you know, so it's history. It's history in that. There's two guys that's trying to be great.
A lot of people said they talked about y'all background with one another, how familiar you guys are with one another. Talk about that for a second. How well do you know him on a personal level in terms of your associations through the ranks, you know, in terms of your boxing career?
I don't know him that, like, personally,
Right.
like, you know, but through the boxing, you know, we came up together and things like that. We had similar, friends and things like that in the boxing world. We fought before, you know, so I'm familiar with his fighting style and things.
Shakur Stevenson remains convinced that fans genuinely want to see him face Gervonta Davis, pointing out that people constantly link their names together whenever major fights are discussed. He continues to campaign for the matchup, making it clear that in his eyes the fight has moved beyond simple hype and has become an expectation among boxing fans.
Bro, I'm the guy that the boxing world wants to see you fight. You know, when you go places, all you hear is, yo, Shakur and Tank. Shakur, Tank. Oh, hey, when I go place, all I hear, yo, is you gonna be Tank? When he go place, I know he hear my name. So it's like, bro, let's make this shit.
However, Davis views the situation from a completely different perspective, questioning how effective Stevenson would be when facing elite-level opposition. He believes Stevenson depends too heavily on movement, tends to give ground whenever pressure increases, and has yet to prove himself against opponents who possess truly dangerous power and finishing ability.
Nah? Wow. Because he a good boxer. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right,
his power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You don't think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fights.
So you
I
feel
probably
like
put him on game. Yeah,
hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I touched him with 16-ounce gloves on, and he ran. Imagine if I hit him with 8 ounces. The guy.
The storyline becomes even more intriguing as Oscar de la Hoya praises Gervonta Davis as an extremely dangerous and disciplined competitor, emphasizing his commitment to preparation and training. De la Hoya believes Davis consistently enters every fight in outstanding condition, making him one of the most serious threats any fighter could face inside the ring.
Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that.
That is exactly what makes this situation even more compelling. Shakur Stevenson fully recognizes that Gervonta Davis is currently the bigger attraction in boxing and appears willing to agree to whatever reasonable terms are necessary to make the fight a reality. More than anything, Stevenson wants the opportunity to settle the rivalry inside the ring, believing this matchup could ultimately define both of their careers.
I done say, yes, you are the big superstar. You are that, bro. Respect to you for that, bro. I'm cool with that. Come on, let's just fight. Let's negotiate. Me and this nigga could even get on the phone and negotiate. I'll be cool with it. I'm not tripping. It's boxing. Yeah. Entertainment business. We gonna go in there, put on a show for the fans, and show the world who's the best. That's the whole point of this entire conversation. Me and him need to show the world who's the best. Don't have a question mark for, oh, I'm gonna go retire and it don't happen. And that's gonna be a question mark. That's gonna be left on our legacy. So to fix
all of this only increases the urgency surrounding the potential fight. Timothy Bradley has openly encouraged Gervonta Davis to accept the challenge against Shakur Stevenson, arguing that all the criticism, debate, and discussion surrounding them makes the matchup even more necessary. Bradley believes the only way to answer the question of who is better is for both fighters to meet in the ring and settle it directly.
At 140, that seems to be the biggest
name. I want Gervonta Davis to step in the ring and face somebody, dog, already, bro. For real.
He'll be back.
Oh, I know he coming back, dog. But I'm just saying, like, fight Shakur, bro. Fight Shakur. That's all I'm saying, bro. Fight any of these top guys out there, man. And that's because you can say, oh, Shakur ain't fight nobody. Well, Shakur ain't fight nobody and Tank ain't fight nobody. Why don't they fight each other? If that's how y'all want to put it, fight each other. Bro, that will probably be one of the biggest fights in boxing right now, bro. The biggest fight. Yeah. Box office, it will sell out like this, like that.
Now the pressure continues to build. Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis insist that Gervonta Davis is no longer entering fights simply to test opponents or gather experience. According to them, he now competes with serious intentions and devastating impact. They point to the way Davis gradually breaks opponents down round after round, showcasing a much more aggressive, physical, and damaging style than before.
He's not playing this Murray Matt.
He know what time
that bell ring.
1 minute you on this side, 1 minute he is. So.
When that bell ring, Tank ain't playing this Murray Matt. That punch.
None of that tap.
No
like
tap,
you see at the U.
No tap. He's not swatting flies in that motherfucker.
I know what they're doing. They're just trying to make a fight. They're trying to make a fight. You know what I'm saying? They're not making the money Tank make. You know what I'm saying?
But he can box. But I can't stress enough. Every fighter get hit. They get hit every round.
How long we been talking about that? Remember I was saying about fans was bringing up that 3 years ago talking about getting hit. And what? He's still laying them out. Still laying them out to this day.
Ford and Ellis also dismissed Shakur Stevenson's call-out, suggesting that confidence can feel very different once the actual fight arrives. They believe Gervonta Davis is the type of fighter who elevates his performance when the pressure is highest and consistently delivers his best work when the spotlight is shining brightest.
I have it go. Tell him to fight me. That dude get to feeling himself and feeling like he's something that he's not in. And to the world, he look like a killer, but I can't wait. I'm gonna expose him. I promise you, I'm gonna expose him. I'll be the person that he going there, he not gonna knock out. He not gonna hurt. He gotta go 12 rounds with somebody and somebody gonna be beating him. He ain't gonna like that shit. That shit gonna mess with his heart. That shit gonna fuck with his head. Watch.
Thoughts?
No thoughts. People can talk that type of shit. There's no contract or something. I don't pay attention to that.
I gotta get you this for what he said about you.
Yeah, he can't. My opinion. It's my opinion.
Listen, all that sounds good right now, but when the fight is made and the fight about to happen,
Tank is not playing.
Roy Jones Jr. offers a different viewpoint, leaning slightly toward Shakur Stevenson because of his discipline, technical style, and ability to remain composed under pressure. He believes that level of consistency could provide Stevenson with an advantage over time. At the same moment, however, Davis possesses explosive power and natural instincts capable of changing the entire fight within seconds, making the matchup incredibly difficult to predict.
Because of his discipline, because he showed against Teofimo that he stayed very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy, he don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally. So it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercised inside the ring, it's exercised also outside the ring. And as we see, sometimes Gervonta has problems with discipline. But we have never seen Shakur have problems with discipline. We've seen him be more disciplined at the right times than we've seen him not have discipline. So with the fight being like it is right now, I would lean towards Shakur because of his discipline, but don't get twisted. If somebody could beat him, Tank Davis would be that person because of his...
Looking deeper into their history, Richardson-Hitchens recalls their early sparring sessions as highly competitive encounters where both fighters landed quality shots without either man taking complete control. He also notes that Davis eventually adjusted his approach after recognizing Stevenson's skill level, changing his tactics to better handle the challenge that Stevenson presented.
Coach Paul that first time, like, he caught Shakur with a good shot. Boom. He didn't hurt Shakur or nothing, but it was like, you could tell, like, if it was 8-ounce gloves, we don't know how Shakur would have reacted. It was like, because I remember him sparring Shakur, he caught Shakur with like a clean shot. Boom. And Shakur didn't shake up or do nothing, but it was a clean shot. I'm like, nigga, you sure you can take another one of that? And Shakur like, what? Like, he took off his shirt and they started bumping like that. Now they going back and forth.
Hold on, was it sparring? Yeah. Was it competitive, close, all that, Shakur and Tank?
Nah, yeah, it was competitive. Then like the second time, like they sparred, like it was like a chess match. Like now Tank know, like, all right, he's really nice. Like Shakur really nice. Like all that walk down, like I got a box. Like this nigga, like I can't just walk him down. Like he can really fight. So it was like Tank like switched his strategy up and like same like now Tank trying to come and walk me down. I'm in there like we fighting like it's back and forth competitive. I'm talking to Calvin like nigga.
The narrative shifts once again as Davis questions Stevenson's resume, arguing that his skills have not been properly tested against elite punchers at the highest level. Davis believes that whenever genuine pressure is applied, Stevenson becomes more focused on avoiding danger and protecting himself rather than standing his ground and fully engaging in exchanges.
Like Shakur, right? Like he look like he got skill, right? But to be honest, I'm gonna be real. I ain't see him fight nobody that's like.
That's amateur shit. Come on, bro. When that heat coming back at you, them niggas like, you can see it.
Yeah,
you can see it. They ain't really, these niggas just talking that way. And it's always, oh, he can be this, he can be the next. Nigga, prove yourself. You still haven't proved yourself. When someone was in front of you that can crack a little bit.
But this is where things begin to feel much more personal. Stevenson argues that Davis's attitude started changing once his own name began receiving more attention, especially as public demand for their potential fight continued to grow. Stevenson feels the reaction was unnecessary and believes it reflects a deeper mindset issue, suggesting Davis may not be entirely comfortable sharing the spotlight with another top fighter.
It started getting bigger. Then it was like, I'll go fight and I'll get on Twitter and he'll like post, oh, he did that because it was a cab driver, or he'll just post some like hating ass shit to where like it was unnecessary to go do that shit. Cause like I thought we was like cool type shit. So but now he like flipped it to turn it like I did something to him and he made it so believe that shit. But nah, that nigga just, I think like in his brain it's just one person and nobody else could be.
This is also where the risk enters the conversation. Davis questions Stevenson's consistency, highlighting what he sees as a disconnect between Stevenson's public statements and his private behavior. Davis frames it as an issue of respect, saying that when someone issues a challenge, they should remain committed to that energy and maintain the same attitude throughout the process.
They want to be buddy-buddy. You know what I mean? And I feel as though that's don't be like that. If you like that, then stand on that. You know what I mean? Don't try to be saying all this stuff on Twitter and then run in my locker room and want to take a picture and all that type of stuff. Feel me? Like, and we actually like I was somebody that like, you feel me? And then he come out and say something, he want to fight me. I bet we ain't cool no more. None of that. That's it. That's what it is. You feel me? And niggas gotta stand on it. That's why I'm in that mode now. Like, I ain't got no friends in this. Like, I ain't got no. You don't see no boxer that on TV that You feel me? It's just me and my people, and that's how.
Now the stakes are rising even higher. Stevenson argues that his accomplishments across multiple weight classes, combined with his championship success, give him an advantage when comparing overall achievements with Davis. He rejects attempts to downplay his resume, insisting that his record already proves his place within the sport and should put an end to any debate regarding his standing in boxing.
I've been 3 different divisions. Won 1, 2, 3, 4, and had the Ring Magazine belt. So I done way more than him. Like, if we talk about accomplishments, I don't want to hear what has I done for the sport of boxing. What have you?
Things become even more unpredictable at this point. Leonard Ellerby and Eddie Hearn see a potential Davis versus Stevenson fight very differently. One views it as a career-defining clash capable of shaping legacies, while the other believes Davis possesses enough influence and control to dictate how events ultimately unfold. At the center of the debate remains one key question. Does Stevenson truly have what it takes to challenge Davis at the highest level?
Shakur is one of the biggest fights in the sport. I think Tank is so exceptional. It's going to take someone as good as Shakur to give him a real fight, and I love that fight. I love that.
What? Shakur can't beat Tank.
I disagree.
He beat all the other fighters.
I disagree.
He can't Tank.
I disagree.
Tank
loses rounds.
Tank decides to do what he wants to in certain fights.
Me and you could have a big bet on that fight.
Most definitely.
I think Shakur's the man to beat him.
Shakur cannot Tank. He's a very good fighter. A lot of respect for him, what he's done in the ring. Got a good team around him, but he can't Tank. Can't beat Tank.
I disagree with you on that.
Suddenly, the stakes feel even greater. Bernard Hopkins highlights Gervonta Davis's explosive punching power and exceptional instincts, explaining how quickly he capitalizes whenever an opponent makes even the smallest mistake. Hopkins describes Davis as a fighter who reads exchanges in real time and can instantly transform minor openings into fight-changing counters and momentum swing.
You think you're doing something, and he rides off that overconfident, where now he recognized this old school.
He's so interesting
Baltimore, Maryland. He's so old school. You know what old school is?
Yeah.
Anybody that throwing punches is open to get hit. Anybody and everybody that throw punches, you leave an opportunity. It's who get there first. It's like fencing.
Mm-hmm.
When you throw punches, no matter how straight, no matter how your stance are, when this becomes away from your body and things that you need to protect, the ribs, the chin.
There's always an opening.
It's always opening. Who get there first?
And Tank is so good.
Tank is so good. Tank will give you something that's...
But that only fuels the debate even further. Sean Porter considers Shakur Stevenson a legitimate threat to Gervonta Davis and even labels it as one of the biggest potential fights in boxing today. He explains that the true challenge would be discovering a way to consistently penetrate Stevenson's elite defensive skills, something he believes could ultimately determine the outcome of the entire contest.
Right now, especially with and it's a legitimate conversation and argument that Shakur Stevenson could be the one to beat Tank Davis, but I prefer the conversation, and as I like to say, that is the greatest fight. That's the best fight to be made in boxing.
Okay, well, strategic wise, I agree with you on that point, because it would be interesting to see how Tank could penetrate Shakur Stevens.
That reality makes the matchup even tougher to predict. Sean Porter views Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson as an extremely balanced fight, with both men possessing similar size, accuracy, and complete boxing skill sets. He sees it as a rare matchup where neither fighter enjoys a clear advantage, creating the possibility of a truly memorable fight for the ages.
To be the one to, for the sake of words, let the cat out of the bag or share information about one of the fighters that the other fighter or the other team didn't know. But I think stylistically, I think competitively, mathematically, I think that's a fight for the ages right there. Both guys are accurate. Both guys are very good with their defense, very good with their offense. And the size makes sense for both those guys. They're right around the same height, and the list goes on, man. I think that,
Jeff Mayweather respects the talent and technical ability that Shakur Stevenson brings to the ring, but he believes Gervonta Davis's one-punch power is the factor that separates them. He argues that a single clean shot from Davis can instantly alter the direction of a fight regardless of how well Stevenson may be performing. In his view, boxing is not always about winning every round. Sometimes it comes down to creating one decisive moment, and Davis always carries that threat.
He's a great boxer, but still, he doesn't. I mean, you know, it only takes Tank one punch.
Right.
And if Tank catches him, no matter how great he is, he'll probably go out too. You know, so that's the one thing with Tank is a one punch.
The tension is no longer sitting quietly in the background. Gervonta Davis has finally spoken out, and the spotlight has shifted directly back toward Shakur Stevenson. Fans continue demanding this fight, and the pressure only grows stronger as the narratives surrounding both fighters continue to collide. If this matchup eventually becomes reality, it will do far more than settle a debate. It could reshape the entire division and answer a question that has been building for years. Now it comes down to one final question. If Davis and Stevenson finally meet inside the ring, who rises to take control, and who struggles when the pressure reaches its highest point?